Fans, it is that time again. It is time. What time is it? It's got to be the 15th. It's got to be the 30th of every single month. And that is when we air. That is when it's go time right now. Xtreme Memories is back. We are here for another episode. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Kris Kloss. I want to thank you all for going on this ride with me down the old highway, right? And it's a green light right now, so we are going. Thank you once again, fans. Like I said, the 15th, 30th of every single month, Xtreme Memories right here on the Wrestling Chatter YouTube channel. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me say that again, ladies and gentlemen. Like this video, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Watch alongs, that's what we've been doing here. Reaction videos to all the eras of XPW. Primarily the original 1.0 era. We've had guests on from top to bottom. We're going to continue this journey. And again, another reminder, not just people that were in XPW in front, behind the camera, all that. We want to get feedback and maybe some reactions from you fans out there. So hit us up in the comment section if you were there back in the day, ringside, taking pictures, getting autographs, even just watching on TV, wherever you are nationwide, because we can do this not just with people in Southern California, the home of XPW, but we can do this with anybody that watched it anywhere across North America. So my guest is going to be a great one. Him and I, off camera, became very good friends back in the day. And I'm proud to say I was actually the best man at this guy's wedding. And this individual was there for all three eras: 1.0, the original, 2.0, Cold Day in Hell, XPW X in 2008 and 9. And he was just there for the recent 3.0 era, a special appearance with Angel. There's your hint. And now you know the answer. Welcome to Xtreme Memories, the Kraq. Kraq. Oh, scared me. How are you, man?
Oh,
How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm doing good. I'm doing good these days, man.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, it's so good to see you, man. Like I said, we became pals, man. Your nickname was Jokey. We knew you as
Yes.
Jokey in the back. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what we all called Kraq in the back. So Jokey, how you doing? Kraq, Keith, my friend, how are you? It's so good to see you. But we had a lot of great times back in the day. You were one of those guys in the back that always reminded us to kind of have fun and what we were doing and take the moment in, like, hey, look at this, you know, we're doing this, you know, the TV cameras are on, we're a part of this, you know. So positive vibes from you, my friend, always. And so look, man, we're going to go back in time and we're going to react. This is an episode that involves you. Still nightmares to this day. Still to this day, my friend. Also, fans, we are going to talk a little bit how he got his start, not only in XPW, but in his entire wrestling career. And it started with him coming in to XPW. You are going to want to wait to the end after we're done with this reaction. You're going to want to hear this if you haven't heard his original interview that we did a few years back when we kicked Xtreme Memories off with our interview segments of Xtreme Memories. So this is XPW TV episode 20. I hope I'm correct. We're going to see it in a second. And this is from way back in the year 2000. Yep, episode 20, August 19th, the year 2000. We'll fill in the blanks. Hey, Keith, just to remind, when the audio's on, you and I will be quiet, and when George mutes it, then we can talk. So, are you ready, my friend?
Yes, I
Are you
am.
ready?
Go ahead and roll it.
Okay. Once again, for all our fans out there, thank you for your support. If you want to get us on Instagram and X, it's TW Chatter. If you're listening, go ahead and type in on YouTube X episode 20 from the 19th of August in the year 2000. Hit play when I count down. If you don't have YouTube Premium, get those out of the way. And we're going to start then episode 20 TV in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
What are you doing? Mr. Black, I'm back from my suspension. It's me, Kris Kloss. Whoa! Kloss! What the hell are you doing here, man? I'm here in the XPW offices. I'm back from my suspension. They told me you were in here sleeping. What are you looking at? You were in here sleeping. I'm back from my suspension. I'm ready to get back on XPW TV. Got my suit here and everything. Yeah, let me tell you something, Kloss. You got a lot of work to do to get back out on that set. Wait, what is that? The Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball has a lot of things in store for you. Come with me, Kloss. You want to get back on TV? Well, yeah, me and Larry, we do the XPW TV. I got some things for you. Come on. Are you ready? Come on. Ready? Ready for what?
All right. So, yeah, this is going back. I was visiting family, and they wrote that in. I went up to Washington State, as I did pretty much every summer growing up, visiting my family. So I was gone for a couple weeks, so they wrote in that suspension right there. So now I have to, since I was suspended for not taking the side of the Black Army and Rob Black, um, I had to do some chores, and then we're gonna see where that involves you, buddy.
Yeah. Your initiation.
Oh, geez. Still nightmares to this day. Post-traumatic stress syndrome, PTSD. But here we go. You were just you just came into the company right around this time. I don't think you're in the intro yet, right?
Yeah, I'm in the intro. Yeah, it'll show a clip of me somewhere in here, probably with me and
Oh, they
Angel.
do.
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's in here. It's in here.
I thought. Oh, it is okay because I know when you first came in. When you came to the company, was TV already going? Did it not start yet?
Did not start yet.
Okay, so you came in right before TV started, right before.
Well, like right when at the very beginning. At the very beginning. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember, but there was the episode. It was an episode with Rob underneath Larry Rivera's truck, and I came down there and I said, "Hey,
Yes.
boss, you know that? Yeah, yeah, yeah." Oh man.
I love it. So your first appearance? That was your first appearance with under Larry's truck?
No, my first appearance was with one of the ring crew guys. He was going to get initiated, and Rob was like, "I gotta leave you with somebody." And I just all I did was just rub his shoulders, and that kind of gave the fans like, "Hey, what?" Yeah, that kind of gave the fans like, "Hey, this guy's on something else, man." Oh man,
Right,
I
right.
love Abby. Yeah, that was the first episode, but I think my first depiction on the intro was with me um, grabbing Angel's buttocks.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we actually reacted to that episode from Metal Fest with Angel because that was his debut.
That
That
was
was his
Angel's
debut.
debut, Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and that actually there I go right there in all black. I
Yep,
don't know if you
that's
saw
right.
me.
You were okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
That was at
You
the
were in the
Olympic.
melee with the black. No,
Yeah, that was at the
that was the
Olympic.
sports arena where you guys were all.
Yeah,
No, that when you guys were all
exactly.
brawling, when you guys were all brawling, that was the arena.
Yeah, that was a sports arena. That was a sports
Yeah.
arena. Yep. That was my first
Right.
time in the ring with XPW.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Your first time was at a place where a WrestleMania 2 and 7 was. Like, isn't that crazy?
Man, I could not believe it. I was like, I'm actually, I remember I used to be a fan at those particular events. And now
Right.
here I am in the ring. Yeah, here I am in the ring. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And yeah, man, you got, like you said, you got to wait to the end. I'm going to tell you how it started. You're just not going to believe it. You're going to be like, you got to be kidding me.
That is wild, man. I mean, I remember we walked in. I forget his name, but he was Kevin's assistant, and I haven't heard from him in years. And on one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
episodes of
yeah. I
Extreme
know you're
Memories,
talking
he was
about. I know
talking
you're talking about.
guy, I like kind of his hair, a little shorter, little bit heavy. But anyway, I don't want to say a little bit heavy, but I'm just trying to describe him. But he was what was Sean? I think his name was Sean. But anyway, we were walking in and we drove. I drove my car down the ramp, the entrance ramp to the sports arena in the back by the Coliseum entrance, and I just stopped and I was like, I couldn't believe we were here. I couldn't believe we were. I sat right there for WrestleMania 7, like I'm pointing at my seat, and then and it was like I talked about that. Well, anyway, Sean wrote in the comment. I haven't talked to him in like 20 years. He said I was with Kloss, and he's not lying. He had an out of body experience, and he was sitting there like just in awe, looking up, and da 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 da. I was right next to him, and yeah, dude, and it was true because I mean that was surreal. I mean, TV was surreal. Don't get me wrong, being on air, being on this coast to coast. But when we got into the sports arena, that to me was probably my favorite moment, and as far as XPW, one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I
you grew up in
concur.
LA, you
Yeah,
grew up in LA. You were there too with like all the
yeah.
WWF and
I
what
more,
concerts, the Clippers, whatever.
yeah, more than likely we were there at the same time. We just didn't know each other then, because I was there for all the WrestleManias that took place at the sports arena. I was there.
Yeah, yeah. So you went to all the house shows, the non-televised events. Did you go to
Yes, of
WrestleMania 2 and
course.
80? Did you go to WrestleMania
Yes.
2? You
Yeah, I
did
went to
with Bundy
WrestleMania
and
too.
Hogan.
Yeah. Yes.
Bundy and Hogan in the cage. Okay.
And the
Did
cage
you
match.
know?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. Did you know that was the first ever televised WWF cage match? Like with the blue bars. That was the first
Blue
one.
cage. Yeah, it was the blue bars. It was the blue bars. Yeah, I know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was the first one ever. And then on TV, at least they probably tested it out, but on house shows somewhere. But on TV, that was the first one ever. Did you go to the Saturday night's main event that same year?
Yeah, I think the one with Macho Man Randy Savage was in that one, I believe.
Yeah, and it was Hogan versus Hercules on that one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me tell you something, Klaus. I was there
Hmm.
almost at every WrestleMania event because it was right down the street from where I live. It didn't take me that long
Right.
to get there. I took one bus, and that was the number 81. It took me about approximately 15 minutes to get from my where I lived at to the sports arena, and I was there. I was there.
Dang, man, that is great, man. And then again, and then stepping into that ring, it was like it was just like wow. You know, we're gonna continue. By the way, we only went to one venue where I'm gonna go to the venues that we performed at, and I was so sad, dude, when they tore down the LA Sports Arena. So sad. They should never have done that. Never have done that. And they, you know, the Olympic Auditorium is a church and everyone complains, but I'm saying, hey, dude, at least it's still there. At least they didn't tear it down, because they can always bring that back.
Yeah. Also,
forum,
I remember
go ahead.
I remember signing my name. I signed my name somewhere in that LA Sports Arena, man. I put Kraq XPW. I forgot what. Oh, oh man, that was crazy.
That was actually at the Olympic. That was where they had that. The Olympic Auditorium had that big wall. Right,
oh yeah, that's right. It was at the Olympic. Yeah, it was at the Olympic. I'm sorry, yeah, I forgot. I did. It was at the Olympic Auditorium.
Right. We all signed that. And the Olympic, they came to us and they're like, hey, be sure to sign the wall. Like, they asked us to do it. And and I mean, our names were next to all the great wrestlers, the great punk bands that were there, the concerts, the great boxers, the Gorgeous George era. And I don't know if you remember, but like Tommy Morrison, Sylvester Stallone, because they filmed Rocky V there. So all the movies all the movies that they filmed there, all the actors, Jerry Lawler, Jim Carrey from Man on the Moon, which I was actually an extra in at the Olympic.
Really?
So we, that wall was historic. I hope that's still there.
Yeah, so I remember signing my name. I remember I put it next to, believe it or not, it was not too far from where Muhammad Ali had signed his name.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Like that was crazy, man. So okay, let's see what we got here. This looks like the actually the Ventura Theater. We got White Trash Johnny Webb taking on the Messiah, and a young Messiah. These guys had experience with one another at Slammers before they obviously tackled each other in XPW. But talk a little bit about these guys, Keith, about you ever being in the ring with either one of these guys.
No, I never. You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you. Webb, to me, had the greatest promos I've ever heard coming from somebody with his type of experience. I mean, you talk about he played the part. He played the part. And I remember going to Webb, and I remember Webb, man, I watched you on TV because, you know, the show used to air because here, you know, it's not to go off script, but the show, it would be ECW, it would be WWF, ECW, then XPW. So I would watch it on TV. So I would make it a point to watch the show on TV because I always wanted to see me. And I remember going to Webb, and I remember saying, Webb, man, you did the best. I said, Webb, you do the best promos, man. No, I don't. No, I don't, Jokey. No, I don't. I said, yes, you do. I said, man, where you come up with this stuff? He was like, I just do. I was like, no. I said, man, those are the best freaking promos I've ever heard from somebody that plays the part. And you guys aired the last show you did on here. You aired one of his promos, and I just was like, man, it almost brought tears to my eyes, man. But when I never worked with, yeah, no, seriously, I never worked with Webb, but I was always good friends with the girl he was dating at the time, which was hold on, don't get me. Let me. You remember Jessica Darling?
You know it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was his aunt. dating?
Huh?
Because that was not on screen.
No, no,
That
no.
was
No,
wife.
his real life girlfriend.
Oh, you're talking about what's your Veronica Kane.
Yes, me and Veronica used to always talk. Every time we went backstage, every time I was back there, we always had a good conversation, man. Always had a good conversation. Very
Right.
nice individual person, man. I mean, very, very
Yeah.
nice, but always made it a point to talk to her. But we had long, meaningful conversations, about the business and everything like that. So that's how I got a chance to really talk got a chance to really talk to Webb. I didn't never got close with Webb. I never worked with him, but Webb knew I always talked to Veronica Kane, because I never wanted them to feel like they was left out or abandoned or nobody want to talk to them because of other things they had going
Right.
on in life and stuff like that. Yeah, so always made it a point, to talk to her and make her, because it was only a few of them, few females we had that was part of the show, and so.
You're right.
A lot of times, yeah, those fans can be unruly and stuff like that. So I always made it a point to try to make her feel welcome and don't give in to that BS that they're doing over there, and stuff like that. So, she was cool. And then again, we met up again at at the last show that I did at the Derby Room, So yeah, she's still cool,
Yeah.
man.
That was nice.
She's still cool.
Yeah, that was nice. And then but she was you know, society has changed, wrestling has changed. In this era right here, the fans were ruthless.
Yeah,
They wanted blood, and they were vulgar, and they
they
were
wanted.
throwing beers. And yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, dude. I kind of miss that wildness when you go to a show. You know what I mean? Like everybody's a little politically correct and behave now to the point where it's like, all right, come on, dude. Like let's get rowdy here. But that was how it was for these shows, man. It was like, oh, the fans were just they some of them were ruthless, man. They wanted blood. They were and it created this gritty real vibe in the crowd and in the whole atmosphere of things, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. That's one thing about the
look at
business is like
look at
I don't.
look at
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, look at Webb doing the whole
I
nunchuck.
love it, man. I love it. I love it. Where did he get these skills from, man? Where did he get these skills from?
I don't know. From the trailer park.
The white trash, Johnny
White
Webb from the
trash,
trailer park.
right?
Oh man, I mean he. Hey, but you know what? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Now with Webb, how do you feel about Webb as a champion?
Okay, I'll tell you that really quick. Just to let you fans know, now we're looking at Messiah and Missy Hyatt right there, managing Webb. This is
Yes.
when she was, yeah, this is when she was still there, first in the company. And remember, this is probably 1999 right here. This
Yeah, it's
footage,
99. It's 99,
maybe,
99. Yeah.
yeah, 99 or 2000. But Missy Hyatt, trying to remember how long she was there for, because she was there the very first show, July of '99. Um, Oddly enough, I remember that was Webb's birthday, the very first show, July 31st.
Oh
Fried
wow.
chicken and ass kicking, buddy.
That shirt, that shirt,
I like that. I love that
that
shirt.
shirt. I love that shirt, man. I love that
Yeah,
shirt. Oh my
the first, the
God. Oh
first,
my.
the first web shirt was great, and then and Roddy Piper had reality check, and on his it said welfare check.
Welfare check. Yes. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
Webb was
good.
to me at that particular time.
Yeah,
He was ahead of his time with his character. Is what I'm trying to say. It was way ahead. It
right.
was. it was like wow, and he in the t-shirt and the sayings he had, just like you said, well, ass chicken and ass kicking, yeah, fried
Yeah.
chicken and ass kicking, man. Oh man.
All right.
Now,
So here we got Lizzie confronting Missy, who is the true queen of extreme and all that. I think Guido's in the ring watching this, loving it. And yeah, so this was probably some real, there's probably a little bit of truth here with Lizzie. Oh, there's Guido. There um probably some truth here with the gals kind of like wanting their spot, right? And Lizzie was the boss's wife, but Missy Hyatt was a
yes,
big name. Missy Hyatt was a big name in the business right at this time.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yes, she was, yes, she was, yes, she was, yes, she was, yes, she was. Yeah, but
So now we're yeah.
getting back to Billy, man. Me and Billy were real cool. I didn't have no qualms, because we was part of the Black Army. So
Right.
um,
Right.
yeah, 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 yeah. I practiced with Billy, in the ring, So we were cool, we were cool. So
This
nice,
was
nice,
this was
yeah.
yeah, this is chastity right here. You know what? Forgive me, folks, but she was like, I guess, somewhat of a big deal when she came in, and she was, I don't know if she was in ECW or WCW. I can't remember. If any of you fans remember, drop a comment. But yeah, she came in, but she wasn't there long at all. I think she was like for this string of shows, and that was it. Like, I don't
That
remember
was
her
it.
sticking
Yeah,
around at all. Hmm.
yeah,
All right, we
yeah.
got the whole everybody in there now. We got Sybil, Uncle Jess. All right, let's get some
Oh,
volume. Wait,
here.
well,
Cleaning up.
right.
What the hell are you guys doing around here? What the hell is this crap? Oh my god! You want me to clean this? What the hell? I know what these are. Oh! Oh! No! What is this? We got rubber gloves and we got rubbers themselves. This is disgusting, and it's in a urinal for crying out loud. That's it. I've had it up to here. Get your
So yeah,
uh,
that was the punishment, but the true punishment's coming in a little bit.
oh yeah, oh definitely, definitely. Lizzie Borden, the boss's wife. Don't cross the boss's
Yeah,
wife. I love that shirt.
I really I really wish I I really wish I kept there's fried chicken and ass kicking. I really wish I kept
Mhm.
some of this stuff. I actually moved when I moved a few years back, Keith. I
Yeah.
had some of my stuff got damaged in a storage facility, water damage, and all
Hmm.
the banners. I had some original banners that
Did
are
you?
gone now. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. And then some of this stuff too. But I didn't get as much as I would like to have. Had I known, looking back,
Uh,
because I'm sure some of this stuff might be worth something. Who knows? But we had the green light. Oh, I just said that too. We had the green light to have all that merch. Like, hey, have it, because they wanted us to wear it. They wanted us to give it
yes,
away to
yes.
other people to wear it to promote the company. And I wish I kept some of that, maybe like, airtight sealed, so it'd be whatever. It's like anything.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Rob was really giving, man. I mean, it's like almost asking for anything. Almost asking for anything, man. I'm like, can I get this? Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Can I get this? Yeah, sure, sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. I think they we had so much of it, and we were selling it. And look, let's be honest, Rob was doing well with his adult company, was doing very
Yeah,
well, you know.
yeah,
So I mean that
yeah.
uh, essentially that was funding. Oh, now they're going to a shop.
Oh, I remember these guys.
That's Webb and Jessica. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Rocco and Jocko.
yeah, they came from GW. Yeah, they came Rocco and Zacco or something like that. Rocco and Jocko. They came from GWF, man.
Yep.
Global Wrestling
Oh, what
Federation.
was I just?
Yeah, and I remember. Yeah, just real quick. I remember I was talking to them because I got a chance to. I actually worked with them on an episode when we had to. We helped. I was helping kidnap Lizzie Borden, and I was trying to help Rob get her back from these guys, and but anyway, needless to say, real quick story about them. They couldn't wrestle because they
Yeah.
were they were had a lawsuit going on.
Oh,
Yeah, they could. There was a
okay.
lawsuit didn't allow them to go inside the ring. So they did all these episodes on TV, but never got inside the ring because of this lawsuit that they had going on with GWF. That's what they told me.
So okay, yeah, because what was the deal with that? Because I don't think Global Wrestling was not on anymore, but there was still legal. There was something very strange lawsuit like that because
Yeah.
oh, what was it, man? They because it was something like, well, ESPN aired Global Wrestling GWF, and they
Yes.
were right, and they were um with what was it? They were going to re-release some footage, and then once they got word that these guys were on this television show, they had to, like you said, they had to just wait it out. And I don't know what ended up happening, but yeah, it was something very strange. But yeah, they
Yeah.
were a tag team
Yeah.
in Global Wrestling
Yeah. There was a
Federation.
tag team in Global Wrestling.
The
You
one
know
that
who came out of G? You know who came out of GWF? X Pac. Sean.
right,
He came out of
right,
GWF. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he sure did. And he was we did a 10-year anniversary a few years ago. We did a 10-year anniversary for Wrestling Society X, and I was a guest on his podcast with a few others. Kevin Kleinrock was there, Scorpio Sky, Dave Marquez. We were all there, and we all said that, man. We all said, when we all watched you in Global, you were like something so fresh and different. Like you were this little guy, but you could go. And it was like, and I remember the
Yeah.
Lightning Kid, the
The
Lightning
Lightning
Kid,
Kid.
and
That's what he was
and
called. The
he
Lightning Kid. Yeah.
right, and he stood out. And it was like when he was on, you wanted to watch. It was like, oh, let's see, because he was so different for that era of wrestling. You know.
I forgot what was her name. Is that Jessica Darling stage name?
Yeah, Jessica. All right, let's
Yeah.
let's get some audio
Okay.
here, George. Here we go.
I'm just going in. Oh! What is that crap? Hey! Hey, you're making me clean this toilet? Oh, no! Oh! Oh, look at that! Oh, the smell! Who had the bean burrito for lunch? What is this? The toilet
Uh,
disinfectant germ. I never use this. What do you? Oh! 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 I got it on me! I got it on me! Ow! Ah! Damn it! Oh, this! I'm just gonna flush it. This
a
out.
young
Spray.
Kris Kloss.
Oh man, dude, this is funny, dude. This is great. You know what? I love doing the show, man, and sitting with Rivera. Of course, I loved it. but it was when these little vignettes we do like off the cuff, and it was great, man. It was just I had so much, just so fun, dude. It was just fun. We were all young, like around, but we were
Yes.
fooling around with this real wrestling show that was, you know.
It's funny how everything took place in this one building.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right.
Oh
This one
man.
little this one little this one little crappy building in Van Nuys, and with a bunch of
Yeah,
warehouses, but in here this is where everything was
yeah.
happening.
This was everything took place at, man. Everything took place. Unless we were out,
Yeah.
we had a venue to go to wrestle, for the fans and stuff like that. But mostly all the recordings took place right there in that warehouse building, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Let me see.
That's
Who
it,
is
man.
this? Oh, is that Dynamite
Oh, we
D?
got the West Siders. Yeah, Chronic D, um, the late great Dynamite D, man, and also the late
Yeah,
great Big Rot. We oh, dude,
yeah,
that was tragic the way we lost him. I won't get into that,
yeah.
but he was
Okay,
awesome,
exactly.
man. He was another guy. He was another guy. Chronic. I mean, not Chronic, but Big Rot.
Rock.
That
Uh-huh.
we were all yeah, we were all in the back, and we would always just joke and have fun. Look at this, man. See, like the edgy, it was so edgy, and Rob was not
Actually, yeah,
afraid
look at
to
this. Look at
do anything.
that. Let me tell you something
Right,
about the
man.
West Side
You
NGs,
would.
man.
Mm-hmm,
When we was at the sports arena and they battled the Halloween and Damien 666, Mexico's Most Wanted,
mm-hmm,
best
mm-hmm.
hardcore tag team match I ever saw, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Look at this.
yeah. I
Look at
mean,
this. Look at this. This is
yeah,
crazy.
dude. Look at that. You're just not gonna see it. You're not gonna see any of this
No.
really anymore.
God.
And
I
we
didn't
and this was
realize
done.
how
And this was done on the Yeah, sorry. I say this was done on the regular. This was not just a whoa once a year special, like the fire. Like, nope, this was every time, pretty much.
I remember this. This
That's
is when Guido, when I was
that's the
telling you
Hollywood
about.
Palace.
That's the part.
Oh,
That's what I was
Guido.
telling you about with Guido. Yeah, when he slammed Guido. That's what I was
Yeah.
telling you about. I remember that.
Right.
uh, I think this is the intro right
Wow. There
here.
there
This is
there
funny.
goes right there. There goes Strongbow Stadium in Bakersfield, and that was named after Chief Jay Strongbow. So that was an
Oh, is that right? That's when he
old
was.
old venue. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was an
I
old
remember Homeboy
venue,
kept.
man.
Yeah, Homeboy kept throwing up.
I know.
Yeah, he was throwing up for real. That was real throw up. That wasn't no
Right. And there's
BS.
Mustafa, one
Yeah,
half of the
Mustafa
gangsters from
Saheed.
ECW.
Yeah, with half of the gangsters.
Right.
Yeah, I met him, Mustafa
Yep. And
Saheed. He's real cool.
I was just gonna say, he was of the gangsters. He was the cool, like super cool one, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
that
he
you could have a
was. He was.
conversation with. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
him and
yeah.
him and him and Jack couldn't be any more different.
Tell me about it. Tell me
Yeah.
about it. I was.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The late Jerome. He was probably. I was. Oh, here you go.
Oh,
Here you go. Here
whoa.
you go.
Sorry. We gotta hold that. Here we go, George.
You had me do the toilets, all this menial, very remedial labor. Now look at the tapes from start to finish, whatever these things are. I got them in order from the numbers. Nicely numbered. Yeah, they're nicely numbered, and I got them all in order. Now you told me to do these things. I didn't want to, but I went ahead and did them. Mr. Black, can I please now get back to the XPW TV as the host with me and Larry, please?
Kloss, can I talk now?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah.
You've completed everything that I told you to do to get back
on that show. The fans. I give the fans what they want. But you have to do one more thing. There must be one more task.
One more.
Yes. And I know you can do this.
Well, I did all this. I did the
All right.
toilets.
Are you ready?
Yeah, okay, one more. If it's just one more, then fine.
You're on there.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Think the fans.
The fans, of course.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're going to be a man.
I'm a man, yeah. 8-ball. Okay, I'll do the task.
We're going to have some fun. What? Wait, hey, don't touch that.
The best is yet to come, because when I return, you'll see. But oh man, the best, the greatest. Still to this day, I have nightmares. Still to this day. Oh my god.
Oh man. Oh man. Little did they know, man. We were good friends, man. Little did they know.
I know, man. Yeah. Well, that was not that good of friends. Not
Yeah,
that.
I was just about to say, yeah. A friend who got your back, man.
Yes. Oh my gosh, dude. The greatest.
No.
So looking at this now, we've talked about
Yes.
this on a few. Rob paid for all this time. He did not want commercials. Like you were saying before, we were on that lineup Saturday night. We were on first, we were on, like you said, the third one, but then later on it became
Yes.
WWF at 10. It became WWF at 10. We were on then at 11, and then ECW at
Yes.
midnight. So we were perfect. We were in the perfect spot, sandwiched right between those two. And then again, Rob shelled out his money, and he paid for the time because he didn't want commercials. He wanted all this to be on. This the asylum, the merchandise and all that. And he was willing to do it, man. That's why we didn't have commercials on our show. Not in a and then
Wow, I didn't
later
know
on we
that.
did. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
And so, you didn't tune off. You kept it on, And that
Oh man, you got to do the
was
audio. You have to do the audio when you come in because this is
Oh yeah,
funny.
yeah. I don't know if this okay, yeah, here we go. Here we go, George.
Here we go. Yeah, do the audio. Do the audio.
You're going to love this, Larry. You'll love this, baby. So,
Look at that's for me.
for you.
Oh, this is yeah,
Regalo
all right.
para mí. Mira, we don't get the Cuban regalitos when I was a boy, but now I have. Wow. But
Now you got
speechless.
now you got a shirt and you got a base.
I can't talk. I don't know what to say. Thank you very much.
You know what all you could say is give me a little American tunage.
American. Hey, man, this is good, man. I like beauty.
Now I know you can give me something to dance to. You give me some funk. You can give me.
You want something?
I want something.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, baby, give me one more chance.
Show you that I love you.
Won't you please let me?
I too hard.
Ooh, let you go.
Let you go, baby.
Let I see you.
I want you back.
I want you back.
I want you back. Hey, you ringing, man. You ringing over there.
I'm ringing.
You ringing.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You ringing.
Hello? No, I'm doing it. I'm doing the show. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay, I'm coming. Then I gotta go. That was Lizzie.
Where you going?
That was Lizzie. I gotta go. I'm sorry, man.
What's the matter, man?
I want you back. I want
Thank
you
you for
back.
the base.
I gotta go. It's Lizzie. I gotta
I love
go.
the base.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Here we go. No, keep it here.
Cuba.
Hey, what are you doing here, man? What's the matter with you, Chico?
I got the jacket.
What's wrong with you?
Wait.
What's the matter with you?
You're laughing. Take a seat here.
Oh!
Damn hemorrhoids.
Hey, Chico, we don't call that hemorrhoid in Cuba, man. We call that something else.
What are you talking about, Rivera? I got hemorrhoids.
Chico,
Nothing to laugh at.
okay, we're going to go to the big surprise. Right now that Robert Black was talking about. Let's go to the big surprise. Right here, man. What are we got on the TV? What's happening, man? Hey, this looks familiar. This looks like the golf funk yourself.
Yeah.
Is this the Sabu and funk?
Surprise, Chico. This is the Sabu Funk match we're going to see.
Hey, that's it. I'm out of here, man. You forget it.
Oh,
Greatest, man.
Oh, that was so funny. I remember watching that. You was like, "Oh, yeah, Chico, I know what they call that."
Yeah. Well, dude, looking at that was great, bro. Looking at this,
Yeah.
boy, I mean, what a this was one of those moments that, okay, now we're on the map, sports arenas, Sabu, Terry Funk. I mean, at the time, you just didn't get any bigger than this in this genre of wrestling, for even, I mean, I'll say it for WWF and WCW too. Like, this was a major thing. And look at all those fans, man. They were unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
loved it, man.
Terry Funk, do you remember, Keith, when he came, when the show was over and he still had that branding iron and he was like wailing, swinging it around in the back, and we were and we all were like, dude, is he pissed off? What's going on here? Like, he worked all of us. He worked us, dude. And after that was over, it was like, you really saw, like, okay, man, that's a legend. That's a professional right there. I mean, I was blown away.
Man, I was blown away. Yeah, because I never, when you watch the earlier days of Terry Funk, it was no hardcore. And then all of a sudden, he just became this hardcore legend, man, at the age that he was, man. And he was very, very good at it, man. Very, very good at it. And I remember talking to him, in the back about the good old days and stuff like that when he used to wrestle when he was younger and stuff like that. He was always full of wealth of information and love to talk about, the old wrestling days, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, look at this right here. Look at this, man. Who can pull this off? Look at this. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
He was he wanted he was also, I talked about this before. And by the way, the late great, rest in peace, Terry Funk. He wanted this league to succeed. He wasn't just here for a paycheck. He was also here to, hey, I'm digging this upstart company, this ragtag group of individuals, the little guy, in the scope of the wrestling world. I want this to work. I want to be a part of it. And he was. He felt that way.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this,
Whoa.
man. Oh my God, legend, man, just a legend.
Yeah.
And I think in this match, they actually blow fire at each other.
I think this is the Go Funk Yourself. This was our last show at the LA Sports Arena.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh,
It was,
this is where the entranceway, where they destroy the entrance. The whole thing came down, and there was not.
yeah, I think the X comes down. The X comes down. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's see. Let's
all of
see.
it, all of it, all of it comes down.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
this was not supposed to happen.
No, not supposed to happen. No. Yep, there it go
There it
right
goes.
there. Uh-huh.
Wow. We were lucky, like no one got hurt. Like
Got
they
seriously
weren't
hurt.
advanced.
Yeah, nobody got seriously hurt. Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
Because that was hugging the guard, the security railing, stands like right next to it. If that fell down the wrong way and went into the crowd, like holy crap,
A lot of injuries. Yeah, but they
Yeah,
went ahead. They
I think
sold it, man. They sold it. They sold it.
yeah. I want to say, this is where Terry Funk comes up and nails me. And Rivera hightailed it out there. And legitimately, like, dude, this guy is gonna. We believed a lot of what he was doing, and but I stayed around because I'm like, all right, man, I'm just gonna let him clobber me. I don't know if it's gonna hurt, but I couldn't pass up that moment, man, when he went after me. You know, I couldn't pass it up, dude.
Uh,
Here we
couldn't
go. This
pass
is
it
it.
up, huh?
He's up by us now, by the broadcast and XPW.com table here. You'll see in a sec.
Okay.
This stage was left over. This stage was left over from a concert, I want to say, because that stage isn't
Oh,
always there.
okay.
Yeah, that stage is not. Yeah, the bleachers are usually right there, coming down toward the
Oh,
floor.
here it is, right here. Here, go right here. Here, go right here. Here, go right
Oh,
here.
here we go.
There it is. There it is. Klaus, you sold
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course, man. My adrenaline, my adrenaline was running so high that I didn't feel that till later. Because it was relatively stiff. He took care of me, but it wasn't
Yeah.
soft, but it wasn't terribly hard. But it was a good little impact.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at the
look at the
crowd, man. Look
fans,
at the
man. How
crowd. Yeah, that's what I said. Look at the fans,
oh,
man.
dude. Oh, the best. Yeah. And they all ran up out of their
Yeah.
seats to get up there.
Yeah. You get a good look. Yeah. Terry Funk.
Yeah. And Sabu.
Wow. Yeah, Sabu. Yeah. You know what? Sabu's a very nice guy, man. I'm telling you, man. That dude's a very
Very
nice
nice.
guy.
Yeah.
Very, very nice guy. Yeah.
Boy, these guys
Uh,
really did put their bodies, man, on the line. They
man,
really
they
did.
put him on the
I
line.
mean,
God, look at this.
you
As old
know,
as Terry Funk
yeah,
was.
right.
Damn. Look at that, man.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to say that was stiff, but if it wasn't, man, his punches looked amazing. Oh, look at that, dude. Just throw a chair at
Yeah, I know.
just throw
Look
a
at this.
chair
Here it comes.
right at my brain.
He hits his head. Yeah. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Man.
So we were running late and the sports arena turned the lights on. They just turned the lights on the top and you could see the empty seats and they were pissed that we were taking so long. That's why those lights just came on way up top.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, they were like, "What the hell? You guys are supposed to be out of here." And the main event was still going. That's why they turned those little lights way up top
Yeah, I
for
see him. I
concourse
saw him.
and
I saw
sound
him. I
section.
saw him. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, I remember. I
Dude,
remember the end of this
it's
match.
such, yeah, such a shame, man, that this place is gone. The LA Sports Arena.
Yeah, I know. I know. Historically, man, all the historical matches that took place right there. There's Rob right there.
Hmm.
Yeah, they about to do a little
This
fire
is
thing
this is
right
the
there.
lighter fluid.
Yeah,
Right.
there's a little brain on it. Yeah, and then
Uh-oh.
Lazy. I think
Here we go.
Lazy is gonna assist. Is gonna assist that Stabu.
Right.
So there they go right there. Yeah, there it is right
Ah,
there.
man.
Yeah.
The double cross ranch.
Double cross ranch.
Right. Here we go.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, here you go. Yes, I love it. Oh yeah, you got it right here. Here it comes. Well, let's see. Here it comes. Bam. Right here. One, two,
Well,
and then we come in. Yeah, we come in. Yeah, he double crosses us, the Black Army.
right.
So we all come in after him. If it goes there, let's see. Yeah, there I go right there, running around the ring.
All right. Here we are.
Yeah,
How is
yeah.
that, man? How is that moment? Knowing your cue to go out and then knowing you're gonna be like confronting Funk Sabu. Like, how was that?
You know what? I love Terry Funk, man. So for me to get out there and to work with Terry Funk and knowing that he had that Brandon Iron, I was hoping they come up with a spot where I get branded, man. I wanted to get branded by Terry Funk, man.
Mm.
But you know
Right.
that wasn't the spot. That wasn't the spot. The spot was like he was going crazy. We need to go out there and put an
Right.
end to him, and he's gonna chase us down with this Brandon Iron, man. But yeah, man, Terry Funk was the late great Terry Funk, man. He was cool to work with, man. That's all I can say, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It was cool.
And an honor to have him um assist us in carrying this little far for,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, some of these
You do
guys, yeah.
the staff at the sports arena. I remember the staff, the security at the sports arena, they
Oh
were
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
running
They
from
had
him in
yeah,
the back. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, because he
I
look
remember that.
right here. Look, if you look at we're all pretty much done with the show, but he just continues this behavior in the back, and we were literally like, dude, did something happen? Is he pissed off?
But
Like,
yeah,
he sold it, man.
he sold it. He sold it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Here's the cameraman and everybody.
Right, right.
Oh man. Yeah, that was a nice that venue. And it's not it's I just oh my God, I remember seeing Patrick Hernandez with the XPW when I first met Patrick. He was at the college that I went to, and he had the XPW hat on and the shirt, and I said, "Hey man, I wrestle, man. I'm gonna wrestle with you
Well,
guys,
we're
man."
gonna we're gonna get to yeah, we're gonna get to that story wrapped up here because we want to we promised you folks in the beginning of this episode, we're going to share how this guy right here got into the entire pro wrestling business in the form of XPW. But yeah, this was the old Clippers locker room right here at the sports arena. That was their old. Remember the
Yeah.
Clippers. This was 2000, so this was the first year. By the way, Tony
Yes,
T, the internet guy, he filmed Terry Funk, accidentally held his camera sideways. That's why this is like that.
that's
But
why it
it
came out
ended
like
up
that, huh?
working because yeah, and he and they what it actually works because it's just showing deranged Terry Funk is. So it was a happy accident, I guess you could call it. But the sports arena, this was the first year of Staples Center for the Lakers moving from the Forum, and the Clippers from the LA Sports Arena. So this place was just not even a year NBA arena. You know, this was a major coup for us to get in there. And,
Yes, yes,
WWF
yes,
had
yes.
moved to the Anaheim Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, so we
Yes,
got
they
in
did.
and
Yeah,
were
yeah,
able to do
yeah.
these shows.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I'll never forget
Hey,
it. I will
get
never
some
forget it.
audio here. Yeah, get some audio, George. Let's listen to a little
Over
Terry
Los
Funk here.
Angeles and not all over the state of California. You keep it in the damn wrestling ring. That's what Sabu did not do. He didn't want it in the ring. No, of course not. You thinking I don't remember the most physical and brutal match that I was ever in professional wrestling was in a barbed wire match against Sabu, and we both had to be cut out of the barbed wire at the end. Do you think I don't respect him for his athletic abilities in a four-cornered ring with ropes on it while staying within the ring? He's the best in the world. But no, he wants to go beyond that. And not just hardcore. He wants to go to super hardcore, to out of the arena, out of the building, out of the state. God only knows where he wants to go. But let's put this son of a in barbed wire, not just around the ring ropes. Let's go with a 10-foot wall around each side of the ring with barbed wire in the ring. Let's pile it up. Pile any shit you want in that ring, Sabu. Any kind of that you want to bring into the ring, well, just bring it in, because I don't give a damn as long as it's in the four corners of that ring and in the confinements of the no fan zone with a barbed wire wall on each side. And let's just go till one guy says, I quit. I know you won't say, I quit. And you know that I won't say, I quit. So, let one of us in the other one's career, if that's what it takes. If that's what it takes. If that's what it takes.
Damn. Damn. Wow. Hey. Wow, man. That was wow here and wow there. But
Yeah.
oh, let's just um you know, Terry Funk, man, I almost got chills. Listen to that right there. You know, that was just so
I
great.
know. I know.
He was just a
God,
great.
that promo was awesome. I think this is the first time I ever really listened to it.
Yeah. I mean, I probably listened to it back in the day, but first time in a while for me, you know. Um, Look at the odd couple here. Well, so that was it. XPW TV, my friends, episode number 20. That was back in the year 2000, August 9th, airing coast to coast on America One Network. And a lot of fun going down memory lane, my friend, with you. But yeah, thank you, fans, for joining us. We're going to have more reactions. We'd love to have you back on, Jokey. Before we get into talking a little bit about your career, tell us what were your thoughts, man, looking back at that, all that stuff?
Oh man, you know what? Wonderful, great times. Just wonderful. Just going through the week and then doing the show, taping the shows, and then having a show on a Saturday. Just surreal, unbelievable, man. Just great working with some of the people that I work with. No, everybody's nice. Everybody's just nice,
Yeah.
just super nice. Just great. Wow. It's unbelievable, man. How you can get a bunch of
Yeah.
people together, the camaraderie ship, and everybody just be a cohesive unit and just work together and put on a great show.
Right.
Put on a great show. Yes, love
Yeah,
it.
we were
Love it. Never will forget it.
we were all we were all pitted against each other out in front of the cameras, but in the back we were one team. We were a basketball, football. We were one team, one unit
Yes.
to uh,
Yes.
to win the game, which was win the crowd, get everybody over, and get the product over. So, um, so much fun looking back at those great times, and big time in wrestling. Wrestling itself was just on fire. The whole wrestling world at that era, and we were
Yes,
like,
it was. Yes, it was.
and to be a part of that in any form was just an honor. Talking about Terry Funk, an honor to work with him and some of these guys that came through. uh, just great. And being a part of that with us, doing our vignettes with the bathroom with the edit bay, and we were part of that. On a show with Terry Funk, it was just great. And speaking of
Yes.
that, you talked about The Office and how everything went down. Well, this guy right here was working security. If I don't get all this right, correct me, Keith, but you were working security for another building
Okay.
across the street where the office was located in Van Nuys, which was right just a half a block east of the Van Nuys Airport, right there. If you know the San Fernando Valley, but anyway,
Yes.
you are a big guy, right? You're what, 6'4"? You look like a wrestler already, right? So you came in and were just kind of looking around from across the street. You saw the girls come in and out from the adult company, and then you're seeing the wrestlers. So you kind of just wandered in, and you were just hanging out by the office and by the warehouse where the ring was, and you were just there one day. And so Patrick, I think, was the first one, Patrick Hernandez, that came up to you and said,
Yes.
"Oh, so what are you doing here?" And you said, "Oh, I'm a wrestler." And where did you wrestle for? You're like, "Oh, ECW." You didn't even start at the independence. You just went, "Oh, ECW." And then so it was very compartmentalized. Like one guy heard one thing and told another guy. So Patrick tells, "Oh yeah, well, he's a wrestler. He's here. Oh, he's supposed to be here. Okay." Rob and Kevin, they don't think anything of it. And then you just were there, and then you came to the meetings. You just were a part of it. You just kind of went in there, and no one asked any questions. No one asked anything. And then lo and behold, Rob wants you to be like in the vignettes in the office. And then the next show comes up. Okay, let's see. We got Messiah, Kraq, Dynamite D. Like you just became part of the show. And then like maybe a month or two later, you and I started really talking. You and I started talking, and then off to the side, you're like, "Hey, Kris, you know, uh, I'm not really a wrestler. I just came in here and told them I worked for ECW. But do me a favor, don't tell nobody."
Yeah. Oh man, I never forget that. I pulled you to the side. I was like, "Oh man, my cover's blown.
Yes,
They're gonna ask me to wrestle." I said, "They're gonna ask
but
me to wrestle." I said, "I'm gonna tell somebody."
you're right. So that's one of the
Oh
greatest
man.
stories of all time. That's one of the greatest stories of all time because I mean, you worked everybody, and no one. Again, you told one person one thing, that person tells another. So no one really knew, and you were just there. And then what happened then, Keith, when it finally came around to the next show and they pitted you on the card with everybody else? Were you training? Did you go to like some of D or Damian Steele's workouts with the boys and all that?
Yeah, I had no choice at that point because I didn't have any. I had little to no wrestling skills. So people were like, "Okay, what is this ECW wrestler doing here, training with the guys in the asylum?" You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I had to train. Yeah. So it was just funny, man. And I remember Dynamite. You do it like this. Dynamite. No, you do it like this. No, we need you to do it like this. No, you can't do this. You got to do it like this. And I'm like, these guys ain't figured it out yet. They haven't figured it out yet.
Wow. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, so I had to go to training, man. I had to train. I actually wind up quitting my job because I wanted to fulfill that obligation to learn how to wrestle. So I wind up quitting the security job in order for me to go to the trainings, man, so I can be part of the show, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically you go in there, Dynamite D's, like you guys saw the commercial for the Asylum, which was the pro wrestling training school of XPW. These were just guys off the street. They were the guys that you saw on the ring crew, security during the shows. Those were the students helping out. And didn't they go like, yeah, why is he? So what did you say to them? Like, hey, hey, Dynamite, yeah, I just want to learn your guys' style. What do you think of this? Or was it as simple as that?
Yeah, no, it was more so like this is hard. It was more so like, what, hey, I just need to learn your guys' style and I'm gonna come in here and I just want to be friends with you guys. And so I was just really just trying to be a lot of people friends and at the same token, like I gotta learn this stuff, man. They gonna put me inside the
Yes.
ring, man. So
Right.
but it worked. I sold it, man. I sold it, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I was good or great at it, but hey, you know what? For somebody that's coming with little to no skills at all, that only watch wrestling on TV, I was able to pull it. I pulled it off, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. And your size did not hurt you at all. Because again, when you first started showing up, everyone just assumed you were a wrestler. You were a big
Yes.
guy. It- you know,
Yeah.
so it wasn't like this regular average Joe walking in would be people would be like, well, wait a minute, who is this guy? Again, you're just standing there with all of us, the wrestlers. And if Webb or Jimmy don't really know who you are, maybe they're thinking in their head, oh, he probably knows Chaos. He probably knows, and they're thinking the other. So no one's asking questions.
Nobody's asking questions. Yeah. Next thing you know,
Right.
Rob is like, hey, he's gonna be part of the show. We gotta give him a name.
Dude, when you told me that, you took me aside, hey, don't tell nobody, but I wasn't a wrestler. I just walked in here. I was working security. I was floored. I was like floored, but I kept to myself, man. I had your back. I kept that to myself. And I think I would like to think that you knew me and we knew each other enough to where you were able to tell me that, and you probably felt that I wasn't going to say nothing, and I never did. I never said anything
No.
until our interview. That's the first time I've ever talked about it.
Yeah, I know that our first interview on the chatter, on the wrestling chatter,
Yeah.
about a year or two ago or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, man. Well, dude, Jokey, Keith, Kraq, is so great seeing you, my
Yes.
friend.
Yes.
Yeah. So great. And thank you for being here. Are there any shout outs you want to give, any plugs or anything at all, and say to the fans after all these years?
Yeah. Thank you, Chris, man. Thank you for keeping my secret.
You got it. You got it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But
You
yeah,
got
man,
it.
you know what, XPW, yeah, XPW, man, I'll never forget it, man. I'll never forget it. But look, for the fans, thank you for tuning in. Drop a note in the comment section. Catch Kris every time he put out these shows, and you guys get a chance to relive all the good stuff that we did in the past, and you get the inside scoop, and you get a chance to say, "Hey, you know what? I remember that," and that's what I want to leave you guys with.
And
Memories.
I want to say one more thing about when you told me that. I'm just remembering now. Not
Yes,
only was I
yes.
floored, not only was I floored when you told me that, but I remember I was I I marked out for it. I thought that's freaking awesome. That was like I thought that was so impressive that you did that, dude. Yeah, dude.
It
I was a
lasted.
fan
It lasted
of
for as long. It lasted for as long as I did, man.
that's right. Even after you left, I never talked about that. But but yeah, hey, great. What a fun episode this was. Once again, fans, 15th and the 30th of every month, like this, tell everybody that hasn't seen XPW in a long time that we're doing this, and share this video, and please subscribe, hit the bell, the notification button for Mr. Keith Selico. My name is Kris
Yes.
Kloss. We want to thank you once again for joining us, and we'll be back on the 15th and 30th for more